Hello and welcome to Down the Vent. My name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And today we're going to be playing WWE Legends Royal Rumble card game from Ravensburger. So this is a card battling game where you're trying to be the last legend standing in the ring. So, to set up the game, you're going to take random legends from the box and then shuffle them up and then put 3 in the game for each player. So since we're having 2 players, there's going to be 6 legends in the box. Once you have those all chosen, you're going to go through the box and actually find their signature move cards as well and put those out. So you can kind of see what legends we have, but we don't know when they're going to come into the Royal Rumble. So we have Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mankind, Ric Flair, Nature Boy Ric Flair,
Woo!
Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, and Macho Man Randy Savage. So we got some real classic legends here. These are some of my faves from time. So once you got all this set up, you're going to shuffle the action cards and deal 6 action cards to each player. And then you're going to take the WWE token and you're going to give it to the person who most recently watched a match.
It's totally me.
It was me.
It was not me.
So I'm going to take that, and then what you're going to do is deal out 1 legend to each player. So everyone will play 1 legend at a time.
Oh, brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So here you go. So I'll kind of explain what's on the legend cards here. So you have the picture of who it is. Hulk Hogan. I mean, is there anyone more legendary than Hulk Hogan?
I don't think so.
No. And then you have some information, his height, his weight, where he's from, his signature move, which is the leg drop. So I'm going to go through this deck, and I'm going to find Hulk Hogan, and here is the leg drop. So that'll go over here on the left-hand side of my card. And then you have a little quote there about Hogan, or something he would say. So, what you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? So there's your quote. And on the right-hand side, you have your health, and we'll go into what that means in just a little bit. So Emily.
I'm Undertaker.
Yeah.
And his signature move is the choke slam.
Here is the choke slam.
So, boom. And he says, "Rest in peace."
Rest in peace. That's. Yep. Not much going on in the Undertaker's world. So the game's played in 4 phases. So the first phase, you're going to be looking at your hand and planning what you want to do. So on your turn, you can play 1 attack card and 1 boost card with it if you'd like. I'll show you a couple examples of those in just a second. So then once you choose what you want to play, so say I just want to play this 1 attack, or I want to play the attack and the boost, you're going to put them face down and point them at the legend that you want to attack this turn. Since we're only playing with 2 players, that part doesn't really matter much because I always want to attack Emily or Undertaker, and Undertaker always wants to attack Hulk Hogan right now. So we're just going to put them face down for ease, but in because it says, the box says this goes up to 10 players. In a 10-player game, you can point them at anyone at the table. So once all players have their cards down in the planning phase, face down, pointing at whoever they want to attack, you'll then move to the reveal phase. So everyone plays every round at the same time. So we all plan, and now we're all going to reveal. So if we reveal these cards like this, you'll see that I have an attack and a boost. So we're going to show a close-up here of one of the attack cards. So we can kind of go over, and there's 3 different types of attack. There are strikes, there are moves, and there are also kicks. So here's kick, and they are all different colors, but they also say in the middle, and the blue might be, the blue's showing up fine. So we have a move, a strike, and a kick. So these are the 3 different types of attacks you can do on your turn. So as you can see, they all have attack, the type of attack they are, and then a speed. And we'll go over what speed is in just a second. In the top left is the damage, and in the bottom is a special ability that some cards may have. Boost cards are all these purple cards like this, and as you can see, they just say boost right there, and then they add damage to your attack, or sometimes they add special effects, or sometimes they add speed. They just kind of boost your move to do more damage or do something extra. So once everyone has revealed, so I have Body Slam here, and Emily played the Big Boot. We're gonna look at who has the highest speed on their card. So I have a speed 3 attack, Emily has a speed 3 as well, but her Corkscrew Boost adds 1 speed. So she'll have a 4 speed, so she would actually attack first. So now we go into the attack phase, so Emily will go ahead and attack first, and then I'll have a chance to block if I have any defense cards in my hand. So defense cards look like this here, move those out of the way, and they'll say like block, cannot strike, or cancel 1 strike or kick. So again, we have attacks are move, strike, and kick. So this cannot cancel the moves, but it can cancel one of these two, a strike or a kick. So since Emily played a kick against me, I could, if I wanted to, block that kick, and then her cards would just get discarded, and then the kick would, or the block would get discarded as well. Then we're going to move on to my attack, because I'm the only other player. Normally you just keep going around and who has the highest speed, and if there's ever a tie, whoever has the first player token breaks ties, essentially. So if we both had a speed 4, I would go first because I have the first player token. If Emily and the next player both had a speed 4, then Emily would get it because she's closer to the first player than the next player. So this card here says it's a body slam. It says if this hits and your opponent has 4 or more damage, throw them over the top rope. So your goal in this game is to throw, because it's a Royal Rumble, to throw all the other legends over the top rope. Unfortunately, this is going to hit Emily, I believe, unless she can block it.
Oh.
So it's going to do 2 damage to her because there's only one little damage marker on each card there, as you can see. And that'll go over here. So she'll only have 2 damage on her. She won't have 4 damage, so it won't throw her over the top rope.
Undertaker's pretty hard to...
He is. Undertaker's got a lot of health. He is a big dude, yep. And then what you do is you go to the end of the turn phase. So you're just going to discard, or not discard, you're going to draw back up to 6 cards. And then if you're... Yeah, and that's it. You just draw back up 6 cards, and that's the end of the round. So then we're going to go back to the planning phase, and we keep going around. We'll cover thrown over the top once we get there. You do have one other option during the planning phase. You can, if you want, take a rest, and then you can discard as many cards from your hand as you want, but then you don't get to attack. So you're essentially a sitting duck that turn. People may not attack you in a 2-player game. Emily is definitely going to attack me, even if I rest. But then you can, so say I don't have any attacks in my hand, then I'll be forced to rest, and like I can discard as many as I want and draw back up. But that's not the case right now. So all right, got it. So now we're going to reveal. So I did a backbreaker with a chair, and Emily did a back body drop. So now that we've revealed, Emily, you'll actually get to attack first because you have a speed 5 and mine's a speed 4.
Okay.
Okay.
That's it. It wasn't boosted by the Irish whip, so
okay.
I don't throw you over the top.
Oh, all right. I cannot block it, so that's going to make it through, and I'm going to take a damage from your back body drop. So now, this boost, as you can see here, has a yellow exclamation point. This makes it a cheap trick. So using the chair, not always using the chair is a cheap trick, just some with the chair cards become cheap tricks. It does make it so this attack cannot be blocked. But Emily has a ref card. So the ref card is the defense card, and it says play when any player uses a cheap trick card, cancel the card. So essentially, this boost with the chair turns my entire attack into a cheap trick, and the ref card will block the entire attack, making it so she doesn't take any damage, which stinks because that would have been a lot of damage. It was like 5 damage, so. And it would let me use my signature move. So, as I mentioned earlier, we all drew signature moves. So Hulk Hogan's is leg drop, Undertaker's is the choke slam. You cannot use these unless you get cards in your hand that you play that allow you to trigger your your signature move. Sorry, I'm trying to read and do this. Oh yeah, all right. Okay. Ready?
All those boosts.
Yeah, I know. I got lots of boosts in my hand. So I have a flying chop. I'm going to try and hit you with. That has a speed of 5. So that's going to hit. Can you block it?
I cannot.
All right, and chop has a special ability here that says if this hits, you may immediately play another strike. So we're going to put these over here on Undertaker, and as you can see, she's up to 5 damage now.
Yeah.
So I want to play another strike that is clothesline. And clothesline says, can you block this?
I cannot.
If this hits and the opponent has 5 or more damage,
Oh,
throw them over the top.
What about that sucker right there?
Excellent. So Emily has a special card. So special cards are just played whenever they say they can be played. So this is play whenever a legend would be thrown over the top by an effect. Since that is an effect on a card that was going to throw her over the top, this card can be played. Essentially, it stops them from being thrown over the top, so Undertaker won't get eliminated. And she gets to choose one of the damage cards on her legend and actually remove it as well. Any damage card.
I'll take this twofer.
Yep, that's great. So Undertaker's back down to 4 damage. Alright, so then we go to Emily's attack. She's trying to hit Hulkmania with a DDT. I don't have a block either, so that's going to go through, and I'm going to get a big old DDT on my head. Not be feeling real great. Alrighty, so that's the end of the round, so we're going to draw back up to 6. Alright. Boosting it again.
I'll boost you.
Okay. So I got an elbow to the knee, which is a speed 4, but I boosted it with an Irish whip, which gives it +2 speed.
Oh,
so I am a
tied.
speed 6. Emily has an elbow drop that is boosted with a corkscrew, so it's a corkscrew elbow drop. Holy cow. And that's also a speed 6, so we are tied. But since I have the first player token, I will win the tie. So can you block my attack that is a strike?
Can't. I'm taking the knee.
Alright. And this says, if this hits, you may immediately play another strike.
One of those cards.
So let's hit you with a heavy punch.
I can't block anything.
Okay, and this is only one. And it says, if this hits, you may immediately play another strike. But I am all out of strikes, unfortunately. And I'll just bring this over here because I love the picture of Andre the Giant just bringing down the hammer. So there you go. You can put that there as well because that hits you. And what do you got? One damage left on you. Okay. All right. So then Emily gets to attack with her corkscrew elbow drop. I cannot block that either.
If this hits, I immediately play with another strike.
Okay.
So I'm also gonna hit you with a leaping clothesline.
Okay, that's good. That goes through as well, and that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I got one more damage or one more health left on me too.
Me too. Oh man.
Okay. So this round, someone might be going over the top. Ready? Oh, we both played the same card. All right, so we both have Speed 5 inverted forearm clubs, which are both cheap tricks. Do you have a ref card?
I don't.
Oh. All right, so I will get to go first. So what's going to happen is this strike's going to hit the Undertaker there, which is his final health point. Once someone gets to their final health point, they are thrown over the top automatically. So what happens then is you discard all of the damage on them. The person who threw them over the top will claim the legend card, and they get to take the first player token. I already have it, so I'll keep it. The signature move card will get removed from the game, and then that player will get to draw another legend and take their signature token.
I am... Woo!
Ric Flair, Nature Boy. There is his signature move of the figure 4 leg lock. And the last thing that I forgot to mention that does happen as well is you lose your attack for that turn if you have not attacked already. So, and the special ability of the inverted forearm was actually if this hits, your opponent discards their attack anyways. But there we go. So that's it for that round. So we're gonna go ahead and draw back up. Hulk Hogan hangs on for another round. He can do this. Ready? Oh no! So Hulk Hogan's doing a moonsault from a ladder. I don't think he's ever done that. This is probably why he's getting thrown out. And you're doing swing out, which is a speed 4. So mine's a speed 2. I don't think I'm gonna. And can I block that? I sure can't. That's not good. So that means that's gonna go through. If this hits, and your opponent has 5 more damage, throw them over the top. But that was his last hit point anyway, so I'm going to discard all damage on him. I'm going to discard my attack this round, Emily will claim Hulk Hogan's Legend card and the first player token.
Yeah, brother.
And I will remove Hulk Hogan's signature move from the game and draw another Legend. Oh boy. Have a nice day. It's Mankind.
Oh, that was really one of your favorites.
It is one of my favorites.
He still likes sock puppets.
And I got my signature move, the Mandible Claw.
What's that look like?
He takes his sock out and puts it on, and he takes the 2 fingers and puts it in someone's mouth with the dirty sock on his hand. So that's the end of the round.
Could be clean.
It could be, but it's not meant to be. It looks dirty. All right, so we're gonna go back to the planning phase. Okay. Standing kick, speed 4. Backbreaker, speed 4. Emily now has the first player token, so she will get to go first. It says, if this hits... Whoa, can I block it first? It's a move. Of course I can't. So the backbreaker hits, and it says, if this hits, you may immediately play your signature. So Emily's going to get to trigger her signature move, which is 4 more damage on me. Mankind is already down to 1 health left. Now I get to hit you with the standing kick. Can you block that?
I cannot.
Aha! So if this hits, you get to play your signature. So here comes the Mandible Claw on Ric Flair. And this says, if this hits, your opponent must discard 2 strikes or be thrown over the top.
I'm going over the top.
No strikes, you don't have the option. Ric Flair's out of here.
Woo!
I wish I could have hit before I took a ton of damage. So I'm going to claim the Legend card. I'm going to claim the first player token, and Emily's going to get another Legend here. Who is it?
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
Dig it.
There's your flying elbow drop, his signature move. And we're going to draw back up here and continue on. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but you can only play 1 boost card per turn. You cannot play more than 1 boost. So that's why you've seen us play a max of 2 cards per turn. Alright, here we go. So I'm coming in with the double axe handle with the chair. So this is a speed 4, so I will get to a hit first unless you have something. Oh no, a ref card! No! Alright, well that's gonna block my attack because of with the chair made it a cheap trick. Thank you, sorry. It is a cheap trick, so the ref defends. So now Emily has a moonsault with the chair as well, coming in for 5 damage. So I have an interesting choice here. So I can either try to block this, but a chair makes it so I can't be blocked. But if I have a ref card, I could stop it because it's a cheap trick. But then I have 1 hit point left, and Emily may just be able to take me out next round or something. Because you win this game if you are the last Legend standing, not if you've taken the most Legend cards. Yeah. So it doesn't matter how many people you actually eliminate, it matters who is the last person standing. So I think I'm actually going to let this go through so that way I can start fresh with Stone Cold Steve Austin. So I'm going to let that hit, and when it hits, you may discard any number of cards in your hand and draw that many cards. And then Emily's going to claim Mankind. She's going to claim the first player token. And here comes Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. I need some beer and just stuff like that now. Guzzle it.
Is that what he does?
Oh yeah, he used to come on, he'd crack 2 beers and drink them all the time. Yeah. Before his match. Well, most of it went all over the floor, but... Anyways. Oh man, I do not have good cards here. Alright, let's flip. I got a corkscrew dropkick, which is speed 4.
Closed fist punch.
Oh my gosh. That is...
Flying closed fist punch.
Alright, I'm gonna block that. No, wait. Yeah, I'm gonna block that because it can be blocked, right?
Yes.
Yep, okay. Alright. that's it. That goes away. No, thank you. I do not want that 4 damage. But I'm going to hit you with my drop kick unless you can block it.
I cannot.
All right. So this says if this hits your opponent and your opponent has 5 or more damage, throw them over the top.
Nope.
No. Macho Man's that's his first bit of damage he's taken.
It's a Macho Man.
That's right. All right, so we're going to go ahead and draw back up. I got my Stone Cold Stunner ready for you, I think. I just got to get something so I can get it played here.
Oh, that's great. Why are you boosting?
Ready?
You're a boosty boy.
I have a lot of boosts. All right, I have a speed of 7 with my Irish Whip Close Fist Punch. Can you block it?
No.
Excellent. So this is going to hit, and it says if it hits, you may play your signature immediately. So.
Oh, no.
Are you still in it even before that?
I'm in it for 1.
All right, well, here comes the Stone Cold Stunner for 3 more damage, and it says if this hits, your opponent discards their attack for this round. So that's going to get discarded.
I'm donezo anyway.
But Macho Man's out of the ring, so I'm going to claim this last legend here, and Stone Cold Steve Austin is going to win the Royal Rumble. Woo! Austin 316. And that is how you play a WWE Legends Royal Rumble card game. There are tons of other legends in the game still. We only played with 6 because we had 2 players, but I mean, you have Andre the Giant, Shawn Michaels, the Ultimate Warrior, Honky Tonk Man. You got Mark Henry. You got him from all of the ages of wrestling, except new wrestling. But because these are all legends, right? So there's tons of people that you can play as, and then with the action cards, you never know what you're gonna have in your hand, so it could change every round what you're doing every time you play. So, but that's it. That is it for WWE Legends Royal Rumble card game. Until next time, we appreciate you watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share. I was gonna combine those into subscribe. But until next time, my name's Joe.
I'm Emily.
And you've been watching Down the Vent. Goodbye!